Hey guys, Dark Warden 347 here. I'm here for movie, book, and game reviews, whatever you can think of. Drop me a comment, and I'll see what I can do. Today, I'll be reviewing the series called The Secrets of the Immortal Nicholas Flamel. 5 of these out of 6 of the books have released so far. The 5th have recently been released just last month, I believe, and the next one, final one, coming out sometime next year, hopefully within the summer. The first book is The Alchemist. The whole series is by Michael Scott, an Irish writer who has a great history and background in mythology, fantasy, and sci-fi writing, and in the Irish Times was even hailed as the king of fantasy in these isles, and I would have to completely agree. He really knows his stuff. He researches it and makes sure he gets it right, and it has been shown and proven by all of the readers. I have read so many articles and videos of people looking up every little detail of the stuff he puts in the books and making sure he's correct. And he himself finds it hilarious and glad that he can engage his readers in such a way. And if you can pick up this series, I would definitely recommend it. Now, the first book, The Alchemist, opens up with Sophie, one of the main characters, talking with her friend on the phone about some suspicious characters in front of her brother's work. Now, these characters are later realized to be lackeys of a immortal called Dr. John Dee, who has been hunting Nicholas and his wife Nicholas Flamel, who end up both have been employed Sophie and her brother Josh, conveniently employing them. And they end up having the possession of a book called the Codex, which is why Dr. John Dee is trying to hunt them down to get this book, which has pretty much every greatest detail of knowledge and prophecy known to man, or not even known to man. The book is also the information, or the ritual, or whatever it is, to raise and bring back people known as the Dark Elders, which are the masters that Dr. John Dee and other immortals later revealed in the series serve. Now, the Dark Elders are the old gods of mythology and such, and Michael Scott does such a great job of taking characters from history, mythology, and even other books, and just meshing them together in a perfect story and plot, really driven by a lot of things. And I have to say, it's really one of my favorites, and I suggest picking it up. But another thing is that the suspense he puts into it. You'll be starting to read a chapter about someone's past, one of the characters, and learning a little more about it. Some of the main characters, Sophie and Josh, because they're very new to it. They've just been brought into it from a modern world, and it's really hectic for them. So you're learning about the past, a little bit more of a dramatic irony, where you're reading about it and you're learning about it, and just as something is about to happen, something big or scary or unknown, the chapter ends, and it changes perspective, and it goes to another character, another group of characters, and while you might be really frustrated at that moment, you keep reading, and he just really builds suspense and keep you going. And if you haven't, it's 5 out of 5. It really is, and I would suggest, I wouldn't maybe not buying the books if you're not the biggest reader, but I really think if you're kind of on the edge about reading, and maybe you're a 13 or 14-year-old who just really hasn't been into reading and stuff. I know I really wasn't until I was in 7th grade. Pick up this series. It is great. It's a great beginning. Especially if you're maybe into history, you can look up almost all of these characters on the internet, find out everything about them, and even test Michael Scott himself. Thank you guys for clicking my video. Sorry it's a little rushed, but it's 2 a.m. in the morning, and I'm tired. So, have any suggestions, please drop me a comment, and I will do my absolute best. See you next time.